drivers in New Orleans is trying me. We ordered a car, black car, okay, for my son's Adidas AAU game, and he decides in the middle of the ride that he wants to stop at the gas station.
And he's still over there and they started poking each other.
You're in the hood now, baby. Who does that? These Uber drivers in New Orleans is trying me. We ordered a car, black car, okay, for my son's Adidas AAU game, and he decides in the middle of the ride that he wants to stop at the gas station.
And he's still over there and they started poking each other.
You're in the hood now, baby.
Whoo! Somebody in the comments said you never had that much energy for Ralph when he went to Tampa. Y'all, I just thought we would start off with a little light today. Just a little light, to get this news day started, baby. I've never driven Uber before. I did try the DoorDash one time, but I got so frustrated because I could not find a place to park when I was about to deliver these people food. I was like, you know what? I wanted to eat the food because it was Chick-fil-A. But I was like, no, I think that's probably against the rules, okay? And then I was like circling the block. This was when I was in LA, baby. I was circling the block, and I was like, there ain't nowhere to park at. And so I got two options. They either not going to get this food and I'm going to eat it, or I'm going to have to just park illegally or something like that. Anyway, what I wanted to say was this. I mean, would it not have been better for him to get the gas than to run out of gas? Because then she would have made a video to complain about that as well. I mean, that video would have been much worse. So I would rather the man stop and get some gas. Now, I understand you might be a little late, but that's better than being stranded on the highway. Maybe it was a busy day for the Uber. You know what I'm saying? I mean, have a little grace for the people, girl. And you doing this video and the window halfway down. I know he can hear you. You know what I'm saying? He could have then taken the long way. You know what I'm saying? Then you would have been really late, Just like I said, a little light for y'all. What's going on, Sky Squad? We are back in the building. And I got to do a little bit of complaining before we tap into this Kim and Kroy news. But I saw something on our friends over at the Real Housewives Confessionals page that just kind of chapped my butt a little bit. And it did. It chapped my butt a little bit. Because it's true. So, they post a lot about, confessional looks and stuff like that, which is always really nice for those of you guys who may be into fashions or what the ladies are wearing. And so they posted and said, what do you think of the confessionals this season for the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And they say, we've got to be honest, the angles, the lighting, the general styling and outfits, the inconsistency of the zooms, it's all bad and distracting. Now, I won't go so far as to say that with all the outfits, but I will go as far to say that with the inconsistent lighting. Because let's talk about that for a second, because this is something that's real and true. Y'all got to forgive me. My allergies are bothering me something heavy today. And I was up late editing this Young, Famous, and African review. Oh, my God. It has taken such a long time to edit. But anyway, so listen. Y'all know, y'all have been lighting the Real Housewives of Atlanta for 15 years, 15 seasons. Why is it that in season 15, we ain't got this lighting down pat yet? Okay? We are melanated people. You have got to light us differently. Okay? You have got to light us very, very well. Okay? Because we want to be able to be seen in all of our glory. Let's talk about it like this. These makeup artists, these hairstylists, these stylists, and the ladies individually go through a lot of work, and it's a lot of painstaking effort, I am quite sure, to get glammed up and to prepare for these looks. For you to then bathe them in very dim lighting. What is going on here? And it's got to be consistent across the board. It's got to be a standard. Where are the standard operating procedures for the lighting? Okay, somebody let me know that down in the chatterization. We got to do better than this. Now, I didn't see, listen, they even light them better, for the most part. Look at how they like the people on Selling Sunset. I don't know what they're doing over there. And I know they're adding a filter to it too. But I would rather have a filter and be able to see clearly and for it to look glossy and shiny than for it to look dark. Okay? Can we do better with that lighting, people over at the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Now I got to move on to this Kim and Kroy story. Oh, yes, y'all. It's getting worse. Let's talk about it. Let's have a real live ponderosa about it because People Magazine is reporting. And I know this news came out yesterday, but honestly, again, I was filming my Young, Famous, and African review yesterday. So now I'm trying to edit it. honestly, after also doing the review for Atlanta and the news regarding that, I didn't really have time to think about anything else. So I was like, looking at the news this morning, I was like, oh, snap. So now, Kroy is asking for Kim to have a psych evaluation alleging troubling behavior, including gambling. Now, I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts in a minute. So it says during the party's marriage, the respondent, which is Kim, presented very troubling behavior, which is accelerated in the months leading up to the petitioner's filing for divorce. Croy is alleging that Kim acknowledged spending substantial time and marital funds on gambling and other games of choice. Now, this is easily able to be proven in court because we have seen multiple instances of Kim Zolciak on her very own show talking about how much money she spent gambling. And she was like, don't she call the psychic hotlines and stuff like that? Who is calling Miss Cleo now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to listen. There are alternatives to calling the people and paying $1 per minute. Okay. Now I ain't trying to put these people out their money, but like you could go on over to Boots page on the gram and get a reading. And I think it's a lot more economical than you calling the hotline, and paying by the minute. Okay. And then talking for hours at a time. You know what I'm saying? So y'all head on over to Boots Tarot. Okay. That's somebody I know, somebody I don't work with, somebody that I genuinely love and care about. So y'all going over there. That's what if you want to get your stuff done, okay, by somebody who actually, I mean, they the truth, okay, going over there. But you calling the old Miss Cleo line and you paying by the minute, girl, you spending all your money. All right. That's just a shameless plug for somebody I know. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, so then apparently the gambling issue financially devastated the parties. Okay, this is what is being claimed. Okay, and there's also some concerns for the well-being of the couple's 4 minor children. The respondent's time is so consumed with online gambling that she is unable to properly care for the children. Oh Lord, not being a bad mama. As such, the petitioner is concerned for the children's safety and well-being. Now, again, these are alleged. This is what the documents allege, not me. Which indicate both parents are presently in the care and custody and control of the parties. Okay. Now, Croy's team asserts that the evaluation is in the best interest of all parties in order to ascertain any underlying mental issues such as depression, anxiety, narcissistic personality disorder, bipolar disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and others that are manifested through the respondent's compulsive gambling and other behaviors indicative of additional addiction issues. Woo-wee. Now, financial documents, including the filing, show numerous payments being made to Coinbase, a cryptocurrency exchange platform. Now, I don't know what that don't really have nothing to do with gambling per se, unless it is that you feel like she's gambling on investments. Okay. But anyway, let's go on. And a source close to Kim says, well, yes, she's gambling. She's been gambling. That's true. But she has been winning. Now, this is what the source is saying. This is what the source is saying as a defense against Kim. I mean, for Kim. Okay, for Kim. Now, this is the source that's a source that's close to Kim says, yes, she's been gambling. That's true. But she's been winning. He's just trying to make it look like she's been losing money. So we're gonna bypass the fact that she's been gambling. You just basically feeding into the idea that there could be an addiction there. All right. But you know what? This comes as news. I mean, petty is as petty does, because last week you guys may recall that Kim asked Croy to submit to a 5-panel hair follicle for a screening for substances. Y'all know that. Okay. So at this point, it's getting tit for tat. Now, this is my thought on the situation. Okay. Both Kim and Croy, you knew that this woman had a gambling fetish, okay, for a long time. It was documented on the show. We all know it. Everybody knew it. Andy Cohen, I believe, said that he was concerned about the way she be gambling the money, and he had concerns for them financially, legitimately. Y'all done seen Bethany Frankel go off on y'all. So my thought is this: you was fine with it when she was in the car with you, getting them scratch off tickets and things like that. All of a sudden, now it's a problem that y'all getting a divorce. And Kim, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100% for real. You knew that this man was allegedly, if he was if he was a token, okay, or whatever he was doing, he was doing it when y'all was together. How is it an issue now? So my thought is this. Now, I don't know much about divorce, but what I do know is when you got bills to pay. And so my thought is this. Y'all gonna have to pay these taxes and back taxes things together regardless. I mean, for the most part, I would imagine, unless the court deems otherwise. So at this point in time, it might just be cheaper to keep her or cheaper to keep him, because by the time y'all add in all of these fees that you got to pay for the taxes and stuff like that, and then you quadruple that with divorce attorneys fees and all kinds of stuff that's going to happen in the litigation, and this is looking like it's going to be nasty. So there's the economical cost, there's the mental and emotional cost that you're going to be paying as this plays out in the media. I mean, this is about to get crazy. So at a certain point in time, y'all might be better off staying together and working together and figuring it out and dating other people if you want to. Okay, I mean, whatever you want, whatever you need to do. But I'm just trying to save y'all some money in the long term. It might be better. Y'all might be better together in terms of working on these finances and getting them done together, because they always say two heads is better than one. Now, I ain't trying to tell. I know some of y'all ain't gonna be in the comments. Don't be trying to tell people that should be out of a relationship. They should still be in a relationship. But I'm trying to say these folks some money. Okay. Some money, some emotional distress. I'm trying to save them. Now, I ain't no expert. This is all for entertainment purposes. So just let me entertain you and myself. Okay. Anyway, that's all the tea that I got for y'all today. I have been holding in my sneezing. So I'm gonna jump off this line with y'all. But if something else should pop off, I don't know. It depends on how exciting it is. I might talk about it. But if it ain't exciting, we just gonna let it be. All right. Y'all know I love y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.